welcome to Spark of Light Spiritual Chat Show. My name is Alice Trevorrow. I'm a spiritual medium and psychic, and I have the pleasure tonight to be having a lovely guest, Wayne Lee Ammond, who is a psychic medium. And Wayne, earlier on in his life, as a child, he had visitations, he's had experiences with spirit world. But it was later on again, during the COVID period, in fact, that it all came back into play again and expanded even more and much stronger. Now, Wayne is a teacher. He does live demonstrations, private readings. He does everything that's possible on the hands of working with spirit world. But before we introduce you to Wayne, I would like to also introduce tonight my co-host, my little sidekick, and we have our Judith Miller as well. So let's welcome Judith. Hello.
Hi, Alice.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing fine, thank you. I'm doing absolutely fine, thank you.
I was just waiting to be started to see if we were in sync with our clothes again.
Yes, I know. Yeah, because the last time we were on, we wore the same outfit. In fact, but it wasn't.
Yes, that's
it.
it.
It's more or less the same.
Yeah, it was near identical. And I think we did not. And then a couple of weeks before that, we were wearing the same again. So I was consciously thinking, Alice is going to wear green. Would you say she's going to wear green? We did okay. Hi, Chrissy. Hi, Kira.
Yeah. So we're live on YouTube tonight, and we're also live on Facebook. And on Thursday, we will be live on our podcast on Spotify and also Apple Broadcasts, and along with other places that's actually gets expanded out to. There's that many, I can't remember them all.
Everywhere.
It goes everywhere. So let's welcome tonight our lovely guest, Wayne Lee Ammond. I'm giving you your title, Wayne. I'm giving you Wayne.
Are you Wayne? Are you?
Yeah. How are you?
You're looking good with a halo above your head.
I know. Hey,
couldn't help that.
Have you clicked the record button, Alice?
Yeah. He's making sure.
That's
it. I won't make that mistake again, will I?
No, please don't.
Yeah.
Hi, Jennifer. Hi, Chrissy.
Yeah.
Hi, Jennifer.
Yeah, we do have a few people on this evening. Yeah. Oh, we've got Jennifer Rose. Oh, bless. Lovely to see Jennifer. Kira, my darling's on as well. Chrissy. Yeah. And Fran, welcome, my darling. Oh, it's lovely. It's lovely to see some lovely faces that some that we know and some maybe we don't know, but it's lovely to have you here this evening. So welcome. And if anybody has any questions for Wayne as well, then please put it in the comment box and we'll get round to introducing that. We're laughing here because there's a lot of faces getting pulled, etc. So it's going to be a good night. It's going to be a good night. But can I just go to the beginning here with you, Wayne? Now, I know that as a child you had experiences with spirit world. When you say experiences, were you actually seeing clairvoyantly? Was it clairsentience, clairaudience, or was it the whole shebang? Tell us about your experience as a child.
Well, it's never boring with spirit, but I could feel the energy. I could sense there was a lot of energy. I couldn't see spirit. It's kind of like one of them. As soon as I went to bed, I knew I was going to have energy, I know it's energy now, but I could feel them. Goose pimples. I had a blanket over my head every night. This was happening. I was sweating. I wouldn't put the blanket up because I was scared what to see. So, I just kind of just knew. But it was always around about 10 o'clock at night for some reason. I'm not too sure. And then when it got after 12, it kind of went. So every night was the same. But I just said, go away, because I knew it was, I don't know what was there, but I know now it was spirit. But after that, they just disappeared. And after that, well, the day after, stuff like that, I kind of like getting now. We're all special, but it was kind of like I felt different once they went. It was kind of like I don't do like daily life, stuff like that. But I felt different. I felt secure after they went. Every night it was different. So I forgot all about it really, but I felt different. I felt like I was protected. It sounds strange, but I kept some.
No, just understand it. Yeah,
Yeah,
I used to do the same. I had the
Yeah.
just quilt over my head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, it was sheets back in my day, so
I was going to say we didn't have.
well, it was yeah, it was actually. Yeah,
I had
it
a
was.
knitted one,
I was nodding so it didn't show me age.
But yeah, I could, and
Yeah.
I could pick up people's energy who was bad, who was not, going to school and stuff, and I had a bad
Would you have
past
had nightmares?
so.
Would you have nightmares? Wayne?
Nightmares. I can't remember if it did, to be honest. But I could always know. I could see an elderly lady, which I never knew my grandma. I've only seen photographs, but I always seen this lady coming to my dreams all the time. And when I was a child, my grandma passed away when I was like 2 years of age.
Mm-hmm.
And my mum always put a cross at the bottom of my cot. And always there, no one touched it, nothing. And my mum said that it disappeared, this cross, and
really?
no one knows where this cross went. And it was at the bottom of my cot, and it disappeared. And when we moved house from that house, my mum seen my grandma waving as we was leaving the house and moving to another house. So
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's lovely. That's really lovely. Now, I know that you said it kind of disappeared a little bit, but it came back more in full force during the COVID period, which is very interesting. So how did that come about for you then, Wayne? Was that just before COVID, or was it when we were right in the hearts of it all?
It was kind of like it was October the 18th. I can remember it for some reason. I don't know why it sticks in my head. 2019, and I was going to the gym. I was still working at that time, but it was on TV and stuff like that about this virus. So I didn't pay any attention to it, to be honest. So I was just. But when it come full force, and they're starting to shut down the gyms, because I was a gym freak. I was bad for the gym, and I worked, rode my bike to work and worked my shifts and stuff like that. So when it come full force, that's when I started changing. And I was being drawn to meditation. I was doing witchy stuff, and I was buying Wicca stuff off Amazon, doing spells, but I was being drawn to meditation. I was meditating. I thought, why am I doing this? I bought Wicca knives. I got an altar, and it just started from like there, really, just doing random things. But I knew I was being drawn to something. I just didn't know what it was, and I just thought, am I a witch? Which I know I am from my mum's side. But
I was going to say we could probably all one.
Yeah, we are. 100%.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like I just said to my mate, and it was still like things was open, still, half open, shutting down, coming to that point. In furlough didn't actually happen fully just then, so there was still a few spiritual churches and stuff like that. So I said to my mate at the gym, what are you doing tonight? I'm going to an open circle. And that, for some reason, boom, I said, I'm going to one, and there's one down the road from me. So I did, and that's when I knew I wanted to be that medium, giving messages. So so I got in touch with someone that was there, and then just started going to, like, furlough was coming in, sort of thing. So it was just kind of like finding my feet, talking, and being told to look at photographs, and I didn't know what was going on. And when I was looking at photographs, I could see like people that passed over in this photograph, like doing the shopping or, all kinds of stuff. So just before COVID and everything, it was full, like fast forward.
Yeah.
Literally, it was
You're
really
on full throttle by the sounds of it.
Yeah, it was. It was just everything was coming to me. I went to a couple of workshops from a couple of mediums, and kind of like bit of guidance here, getting told to go to open circles, which I did. I went to loads, one every night. I was meditating literally 3 times a day, 7 days a week. I really bad. I mean, I was crying. I was pouring my heart out in meditations. Things were coming to me from my past, what I hadn't faced. And I could feel energy, powerful energy. I wasn't too sure what this energy was, which I know now is my spirit guides. And I just felt this overwhelming love, and I went through a bad past as well. And there was a point in my life where I was on my hands and knees crying to our divine. And, that was kind of like a path, like an opening to the start of my life, meeting my wife. And, and then, it's just kind of like really strange feelings, but I was being drawn, but I knew it was a good way of being drawn. So, it was just amazing, really was. There's so much to say about the journey, but that was kind of like a short path, really trying to. I hope that makes sense.
It totally does, and I mean, Judith and I could empathise with that as well.
Yeah,
I think sometimes as well, you've got to hit like rock bottom at times, and it's when you actually scream out, from the depths of your soul for help, for a change in direction of whatever's going on in your life, that the door opens, and it really opens wide open, and then you go forward, and you're going on to a different journey of your life, the path that you were getting directed to go on, but you were fighting against it for so many years, and they listen. They certainly do listen, and they get you back on the path that you were dedicated and probably from the very beginning to being on.
You always feel like every job I had, I hate this job. I was never suited to any job. I tried my best, and I thought, why is there nothing I can really relate to or do where I'm happy, or getting up 6 a.m, 5 to do a job I love. And I just thought, I just didn't know what was going on. But with this, it's kind of like my life. I love it. I love helping people, and I believe the beginning of everyone's journey, spiritually, mediumship, healing, everything, is very powerful and the most important, because I was pretty lost, I was really, to be honest, on my own. I didn't know any spiritual people, nothing, and I was kind of like, what is going on? I couldn't understand that. I was having an awakening, and so this is why I do my courses. I did do an open circle for a year and a half, which the energy got stagnant. The guys wanted me to come away from that, so I had to close that door for another door to open, which is my courses to help those struggling at the beginning of their mediumship path, beginners and intermediates, which is amazing.
Do you know what you did touch on? And I'm really glad that you did touch on. And for some reason, people don't really pick up on it always the same when it's women. I don't mean that in the wrong way. But you touched on about the healing and the emotions and allowing all that emotion out. And a lot of people try and bottle that up. And they try and, when they start to get emotional, they'll try and compose themselves. But you did right, letting all that out and the healing. And it's nice to hear, other people, especially men, and talking about their feelings and being open, and that's good. I think that's nice that we can do that.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, when I was, I learned because I was going on YouTube, bought books, and the overwhelming love that was coming through. I mean, every day was a learning curve, reading books or going on YouTube, meditating, finding which meditation to help me. I knew,
Yeah.
like you probably know yourself, you knew you had to cry. Don't
Yeah.
know why,
Yes.
but it was like meditate. So I knew to listen to angelic music. So I would sit there and I'd be like, why am I crying? And
Yeah. But even if
well,
you don't know, you still let it flow. That's
yeah,
right. Yeah.
and it was a release, and then he took me back to my past, because it took me 3 months to actually go deep in meditation, learn to find myself in meditation. That's what I did first. I found, trying to answer questions in meditations just confused everything. So I learned through reading books and YouTube or stuff like that, was to find myself, my energy in meditation, which I did. And once I did that, that's when I started to, cry and, touch on things that I forgot about, and, stuff from the past. And it was just like, it's like they got my back. It's kind of like they knew, they know our path, don't they? So
They
we
do.
don't. So
Absolutely.
it was very hard. You probably know yourself, but it was me doing my shadow work, kind of like
Yeah.
thing, but on my own. Wasn't
And
on
it's
Yeah.
part
support.
of it.
Yes.
It's part of that journey, isn't it? It's always going to be part of that journey. Because even though we heal now, a year, 3 months, 2 years down the line, that something could resurface, and we keep slowly but surely we keep shredding, but lighter and lighter, but yeah,
Definitely.
and life throws us curveballs, so we never know. We
No,
might be mediums, but we don't see everything that's coming,
I did.
and neither we should anyway. Neither we
No,
should.
we're not meant
No,
to. Not meant to see
No,
it, you know.
no.
What about the spells that you were talking about? Because I was reading a bit on your bio that you sent over, and I was interested to see what that was about. So
I was
what
going to ask
what
that
spells
too.
all about?
Yeah.
Well, I have got a Harry Potter one, actual wooden one, but it's not Harry Potter's. I got it from London. I got it designed, and it was a
Yeah.
way of protecting myself when I was meditating. There's all kind of things. I was buying mugwort spells. I got my daughter involved. I said, right, we're doing a money spell, and we was doing protection spells. But I wrote a pentagram on my desk. I just knew I had to do these things. I just don't know why, but I thought it was turning into, I was addicted, honestly, but I just didn't know what I was doing, because it was more witchy stuff at that time. So
Where did
I
you get that from? Was that from something that you seen, or where did you get these spells?
I'm not too sure, but I feel ancestry wise.
Going to say past life, another life.
Yeah, I feel, because I know from my mum's side, that's where it is now. It's kind of like through meditation, you find out these things, and past life regression and stuff like that. And the Akashic records stuff, just all kinds of stuff. It adds up, and when you write it all down, and you keep on hearing the same name over again, like I did on your course on Judith's course about spirit guides and getting the same name, Kevin, and stuff like that. It all, you write all down, it all makes a puzzle. And I knew past lives, that's where I was getting this from, but that wasn't my path. It was just something I had to know about. Does that make sense? So I had to
you know
that
your journey is your own.
part of my ancestry was a witch, but it wasn't my journey going forward now. So that's when I stopped doing that, but still do the protection and stuff like that, really. So
this is what I was wanting to touch on a little bit, actually, there, Wayne. Now, for people who maybe who the viewers are maybe listening, they don't know a lot about spiritualism and working with spirit world, do you feel that you need protection from spirit world, or where is this protection that you would be describing? Because other people might get confused and they might think, oh, do you need protected from spirit world? Do you know, or what do you need protected for? It's just your view on that. I know what my view is, but it's your view on that.
Okay. So if you want me to be honest, I'll be honest.
Yeah,
And
I
that's-
do. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the way I work. Honestly, even through my reading.
Honesty is everything on this show. Honesty.
When I first, well, I know we don't need to protect ourselves from our guides, the spirit world, nothing like that. It's more we need protection because we're open channels and anything can jump into our light, and we've got to keep our light shining bright to deflect any bad energies. But as I found out going through my journey, it's not all love and light.
Really, Wayne? Did you find that out?
Well, at the beginning, because I didn't know, I just thought I was going into this knowing everyone's gonna love me. You know, have the same energy, the vibration, the frequency is gonna be nice, and boom, you know. I started giving my first reading because that's what I did. I was going to open circle. I was feeling spirit. I was getting the information, but I was like ego kicking in, which I know about the ego now, and I wasn't giving stuff. So anyway, I know about my guides by then, and I said, right, okay, if I give this message in the circle for this woman, and I remember this reading, then if she takes it, then I'm going to trust you. I'm going to say yes to everything you want me to do. So I remember giving this reading to this lady, and she took everything, and I was jumping around. I went in the next room, said to my wife, she took the reading, and she went, oh. And yeah, but after that, I started giving readings, good evidence coming through. It was amazing, and I thought, what's going on? And the energy in my room was so powerful. I had glass candle holders, and they both shattered. And me and my wife was like, what? And and my hairs on my arms were like stuck up, and I could feel spirit all around, and I can see them now because through doing exercises, what I learned myself, and YouTube stuff like that. So I can see them more now and more clearly. So it's okay. So when I'm working up here on TikTok or anything, my wife can hear loads of feet in my room going down the stairs every time I'm working. And I said, how are you working that? I said, I don't know, but I can hear it. I said, do you want a job? She goes, no chance. So, but yeah, after that, then I started getting, really bad vibes from people. I could feel psychic attacks. So I had to up my protection. And the more I was revolving, getting myself known, opening group pages to help other people, got stabbed in my back a few times, I must say. So I'm a free spirit.
All lessons.
Exactly. Yeah. So I'm a free spirit, so I went to a load of open circles, but certain people was like, no, come with me, stay in this one, stay in that one. I said, no, I'm not. I'm going to that one. And I knew where my guides wanted me to go to, and I just listened to them. I just listened to where I needed to go. And so protection is from human people.
And
attachments. You can get attachments from readings as well. If you're doing a reading and someone's got an attachment from a dark entity, I don't want to, or anything, you've got to be careful because you'll feel drained and everything. So that's when the pendulum comes out and remove these. So
do you know, I see the pendulum, and I'm not putting anybody out of money. I'm really not. But I take a strand of hair and a sterling silver ring, and energy gets depleted through metal, so energy can't get depleted. So I take a strand of hair, cleanse it with a sterling silver ring, and that is my pendulum, and it 100% works every time.
Well, I don't know how.
No way you can't do that.
I was just going to say, you might have a little problem there with Wayne.
It's going to take you a wee while.
I'll send you some in the post of your hair.
I'm losing enough as it is. You're not getting anything.
Anyone listening and they're not able to see tonight, Wayne doesn't have a lot of hair, so
And I need a haircut, believe it or not.
yeah.
No, really. Needs a
I think it's
haircut.
nice. I think you suit it. I think it's nice.
Oh, thank
Yeah.
Well, this is a COVID thing as well. Believe it or not, I did have hair. Not much. I was receding, but COVID gave me the chance to, shave it all off. My guys were like, "This is going," and all the tattoos I get is all symbolic to angels. I've got an angel here. I don't know if you can see. This is Archangel Uriel with the lamp up here.
Yeah.
They say tattoos are very sacred to the person receiving them, and a lot of people don't realize that they're being spiritually guided when they get tattoos. But
100%.
everything that they get, like yourself, like I know our middle daughter has tattoos, and they're all on her feet in different places, for like memorial for her grandparents and different things.
Yeah.
But I actually was reading, I was reading a bit about that, and they say that it is very much quite sacred to the person. There's a spiritual reason behind that.
Yeah, definitely, 100%. I mean, it's like owls, roses. I've got a cross on a big cross that fills me back with like God at the top and angels fighting demons. And this is before I was a medium, and obviously the owl. I've got an owl here as well, if you can see.
Oh, yes.
Oh, I love owls. Absolutely love owls.
And
I have a white owl spirit.
An owl there, so if you can
We've
see.
got one in the garden.
Yeah. Oh, have you?
Yeah, we've got an owl in the garden.
And then obviously the angel
wings.
And then I've just got all the symbols of protection on.
Yeah.
So you were kind of you were going through a spiritual awakening in a sense as you were getting your tattoos. If you maybe were looking back, would you put it like that, going back, and you just weren't aware at the time?
It's like now I have flashbacks from the past now, which makes sense and makes the picture from the past to now. So when you do come through awakening, it's like I've had probably 3 spiritual awakenings since my two since my first one, and you go through a depression. Always. I don't know about you, but I feel like, where are we? And my wife's like, is that it again? They'll come back next week.
Feel lost, yeah.
My wife, but I still go and give readings, even though I don't feel it, because the trust is there. So I still give a good reading, but I don't feel it, normally when they're there, but they're probably changing, or there's always a reason, or for me just to build that trust, save energy, or sitting in my power to build that energy, because when I build up my power, then I don't really need, because obviously we know the spirit world's there. We've got to raise our vibration, our frequency to meet that. So when I work psychically, that's when I get drained. When I work the spirit world, I don't get drained.
Yeah.
So I don't know about yourselves. When I work with people, humans again, it's kind of like put that protection back up again. So this is what I learn with students and stuff. So everything I've gone through, everything I've learned, everything I've studied that works for me, I know it does. And I know my guides they channeled me to share that information and help those going through. That's why these courses I've done for about a year. Over 100 students have gone through my courses in a year, and good reviews, and it's amazing to meet new people, and I learn all the time from my students. I don't like calling them students or fledglings or stuff like that, but
I don't like
don't use fledglings. I hate that word, fledglings. Or it's like everybody's in.
I don't like it. I don't like being called a teacher or nothing. It's just, it's not, it's thingy. But one main thing I do in my course is shadow work, 100%. On the 5th week, once they get to know each other after going through exercises, all kinds of stuff, what I do, I ask everyone to bring something to the table that they hold from the past. It's a sacred circle, so no one can talk about it and nothing. And there's tears, there's everything, but they feel better after that. And they're like, what happened? They had a good night's sleep, and I do it on every course because it works. My guides wants them to know not to judge people. And when someone says, I've been through a bad life, we've all been through a bad life. That's why I do the shadow work as well, for all them to see we all go through stuff in life, but you can never give up on your spiritual path because you'll regret it, basically.
Yeah.
So there's a few that's gone through my courses where there's a woman, I won't mention her name, and years ago she was spiritual medium, but her father passed away, so she gave it all up. Why did you take my father? Blah blah blah. You know, you said that he was going to heal him. Blah blah blah. But she knows now it doesn't work that way. So she gave it all up for years, and then she come across me and she booked me for a reading, and we had a chat and stuff like that. And she was like, "I'm lost now. You know, I give up doing mediumship, the thing I love, because it took my father, which I know that wasn't the case." And she come to my courses. While she was doing my courses, her mum passed away. But she didn't give up. She carried on the courses. She
You're repeating that cycle.
Yeah, exactly. And she became ill. And she was in hospital doing a Zoom session with me and the other 8 students.
Yeah.
So that commitment, and she didn't give up because she knew that she wasn't going to go through that again. So, and now
she was ready this time. She was ready this time.
So everyone
Sorry, there is this misconception, though, isn't there, that if you're a medium, you don't suffer the same. Do you know, if someone passes to spirit world, and that's not real, that's not true at all. You know, because someone did say that to me once. But you're all right, you're a medium, you know, so you won't feel the pain the same. I'm like, whoa, how wrong are you? Yeah, you do. Oh my God, 100%, you do.
Yeah, I mean, we need to learn to lose people and all that for us through our readings.
Yeah,
it's like 6 years ago. It's kind of like my wife had a brain tumor, and it was touch and go, and it was really bad. It was a 5.5 centimeter tumor on the stem brain. So that blocked her oxygen, everything. So if anyone that says, you know, I had a stroke, a minor stroke, not a full one. Oh yeah, I went through depression. I had trouble at work, bullying. I was being bullied at work. You wouldn't believe it, would you? But this is through. I went through so much. That's just a little bit like that, really. But we all go through stuff. I was an alcoholic, you know. So there's loads that going. So that's just, and that I bring that out to my circle as well, my courses, to show them that, you know, we all have a past. So,
do you know, honestly, listen, I sent Alice this song, and there's a song out, and it's by I can't remember the name of it, but it's called Nobody. And in the lyrics, it talks about Moses got stage fright and David took a rock to a sword fight, and it talks about 12 outsiders. And do you know what? And it's it really resonates with me, because I like the fact that, you know, the 3 of us sitting here, and I'm sure there's plenty more out there, are learning to just be themselves. They're learning to be open, like you say, and to be able to say, you know, I struggled with this, I struggled with that, you know, going back in I don't hide it, going back in my past, I suffered from physical abuse, from domestic abuse from back in my past. But I use that to show people that it's okay to go through that and talk about it, because that's you not giving it your power anymore. That's you facing, you know, your hard parts in life.
Yeah, sometimes you have to face.
You have to.
Well,
I mean, it's not fair. My students doing shadow work, and I can't give something back. So, you know, it's nice for them to know that, you know, I've been there, because a lot of people judge people, and I don't like well, I've been there, but I don't do it no more. So nobody knows what everyone's gone through in their life, and I've learned
Yeah,
not to give
Chrissy.
my power away. So this is kind of like a sense of bringing healing. Healing is very powerful. Not just mediumship, but healing is very powerful, because I get a lot of healing sent me from a friend to help me work. And I've done my second level Reiki too. So I do my shukari, seiki, and honshezi.
Yeah.
I always protect myself. And, that helps me so much, Reiki healing.
Yeah.
I'm not done my masters yet, but it's so powerful to help me as a
Yeah.
medium to put that shield up,
Yeah.
and I feel the energy of healing when I work and give a reading, and I know I'm giving a reading to someone who does healing. So it's amazing. That
Yeah.
helps me so much, putting those symbols in. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's amazing. It helps so much.
Wayne, sorry, I'm a Reiki master, but I've got to be honest with you. I prefer doing the spiritual healing.
So yeah.
And I mean, I know all the symbols. Obviously, with being a Reiki master, I know what you're meant to do and everything. But I just get this inner strength and the power. It's completely different to when I do healing with the, as a Reiki master, because really, see, at the end of the day, it's coming from the one source of power, you know, and that is, if you believe in the divine, or if you believe whoever God is to you, it's love. It's unconditional love.
That's love and light, universal energy. Because the universe is our divine's brain. I don't know if you see that. That's the way I look. And I always imagine that white light, I mean, there's different types of meditations. That's more for gratitude, mindfulness, anxiety, mental health, all types of meditations. Sitting in your power is a different meditation for me personally.
It is.
And bringing that universal energy through, or taking it up through our white light, or connecting it, is a healing energy. So I just imagine that light coming through, coming out my hands, and that's it. And like you said, it's divine, universal, white, beautiful healing energy that comes through. It's a force.
I don't mean to interrupt you, Wayne, but I know you own a crystal shop.
Please do.
I know you own a crystal shop. I did my Reiki 1 and 2 as well. I'm not a master, the same. I'm not like you 1 and 2, but I didn't pursue it to the master. But do you Reiki your crystals?
Do I what? Sorry.
Do you so if I was a customer coming to your crystal shop, do you Reiki your crystals?
I Reiki the shop.
I know a Reiki master, and she owns a crystal shop, and I would take my grandson in there, and she would Reiki the crystals that she sends out, and they're powerful. They're really powerful. So only the fact that I'm over in Ireland and I'm not local, I'd be at your crystal shop. Do you meditate with crystals?
I didn't know you had a crystal shop.
Just before, when I close my shutters, I leave one door open, leave the tapestry up, and my wife knows what I'm doing. So I'll do a big shokari sign like that. And then imagine this light coming through, and I'll shine the white light all around my shop, around me, the entrance, shokari, 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 everywhere. Shut the door. And as I'm shutting my door, I say, thank you for today's fruits. Thank you, universe. Thank you, Archangel Michael, for protecting my shop. Whether I get £10, £100, it doesn't matter. The fact is,
it's always half full, not half empty.
It's fruits. It's something. Just being there in Bury, I've helped. Well, I won't say I've helped. They've helped me help people. So that's why I'm there in that spot. So,
you've met quite a few people in that spot.
Oh,
I've seen the photographs.
Won't mention the Prime Minister though.
I've seen that. Everybody was like, woof. It was like, oh, I'm
I
not
have to those
commenting.
pictures. I have to those pictures down now.
This
So
is the talking about.
I'll let you go ahead, Wayne.
Yeah, let us know what you're talking about.
oh, sorry. I'll just mention when I meditate, I like golden healer quartz. Golden healer quartz. I've got a sphere here. When I hold that, helps me go deeper. Golden
Yeah.
healer quartz. Selenite is a good one as well. Because it's high vibrational frequency and it clears your aura. Selenite is a very powerful one. And
do you know what I think is really underrated?
selenite.
For years I used to see it and I used to go, I always go for what I'm drawn to. And for years I used to walk past the same crystal and think, doesn't appeal to me. It just doesn't appeal to me. And then out of the blue, it appealed to me. And I brought Desert Rose and I brought it home. Oh my word, it's like, boom. It is an amazing crystal. So it is so underrated.
Just don't wash it. Just don't wash it.
No. No.
My favourite though is lapis lazuli. That's my
I like that.
Is my I always wear that before I work. Lapis lazuli chain.
I do like that.
I've got lapis lazuli all over because it's good for the throat chakra. It's good for public speakers, i.e., for us, and it's very spiritual in the Egyptian, Greek, all the islands down there. So yeah, it's really, I love lapis lazuli. There's so much to it because it's got pyrite in it, sodalite, so it's like 3 crystals in one. And sodalite is really good for all the chakras, all the clairs.
I've got sodalite.
Sodalite,
I've got them all separate.
Sodalite is and unikite. Unikite's really underrated. There's so many out there that you can use.
Like, do you meditate, Alice, with crystals?
Yeah, I meditate with crystals.
Yeah, I love them.
I just don't put them on my head.
No, I don't put them on the head. I like rose quartz. I like rose quartz.
It's nice.
And I like to, and also like clear quartz as well. I tend to, both of them, I tend to meditate with. Yeah.
Well, see, I change. Yeah. I constantly. Now. Don't get me wrong. I like volcanic jasper. It's lovely to ground with. Really nice to ground. Yes. Well. But I tend to always. I don't know. It's like if anybody sees me when I'm working spirit, I'm always fiddling with a crystal.
Yeah.
But every so often, and I took a notion when I was over in Liverpool seeing our daughter. There's a crystal shop there, and I was like a kid in the candy shop. Oh, let me at it. And I went around with this basket, and I was like, one of these. And
then you get to the till.
That was really good. I did take it to the till. I didn't do a runner. I took it to the till. And I had my wee bag, and I was like, we can go anywhere you want now. I'm happy. And I come home, and I've only used one of them.
Yeah, it's strange. It's like books, isn't it? You can have 100 books what you buy. You won't read them, but you know you need them at some point in your life.
Yeah, that's true. Very true.
Just to head on with the crystals, when I first started to learn about crystals and meditation, the 4 main ones I used to hold were smoky quartz, clear quartz,
I like smoky quartz,
amethyst, and
amethyst as well. I've got amethyst
and selenite. So I had
selenite,
2 towers on each hand, and my crown chakra was off the grid.
Do you know what people said to me, and you might know this, but I defied it. So if it's right, I defied it anyway. And people says to me, don't put this crystal with this crystal and this crystal with this crystal, and don't do this and don't. And I was like, I don't know, because I've got 5 that I really want to carry on my person. And listen, see if you don't have pockets. My left, they go in my left, against my skin, left side all the time. And then they'll go in my pocket. So I've seen me carry about maybe 7, 8 crystals about with me. And it's just me. I love my crystals. And I've never had a bad experience using the mixture of crystals that I want to use. I've never had it. Have you?
Definitely. No.
No.
Only being is it's all about balance. So when you've got high vibrational frequency crystals with you, always wear Tiger's Eye, a grounding crystal. Yeah. So if you've got grounding crystal and you've got a high vibrational one, that will ground you, and it's a good balance.
I would carry Jasper. I would carry the grounding and the high vibrational together. But I do. My partner says to me, Judith, honestly, like you just jingle when you walk, because there's all these crystals. And if I bend down, I lost my Tiger's Eye in the front garden one last year. And I was like, I've lost my Tiger's Eye. Well, do you know what? I must have needed to lose it, because I found it about 7 months later, exactly where I lost it, and it wasn't there before. So it was well cleansed, well cleansed and charged.
What kind of crystal would you recommend then, Wayne, for someone who was perhaps suffering, or they were ill, or they had grief or sorrow or whatever? Is there a particular crystal that is good for that?
The one you said, rose quartz.
Yeah, I love the rose quartz. Yeah.
Rose quartz, or what's it called? Pink calcite. What else is there? There's pink aragonite as well. Aragonite. Aragonite, pink aragonite. That's a beautiful one as well. And green chalcedony is a good one. And that's very therapeutic cleanser. Again, selenite. You see, like Judith was saying, crystals will amplify to make them stronger. So quartz is a good amplifier. Selenite, so it'll make rose quartz more powerful. So if you was to put selenite with rose quartz, do your studying though, because right for me might not be for you.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So
do you know?
But
I
green,
use
amethyst as well.
Yeah.
Anxiety, stuff like that. Amethyst is amazing for headaches, migraines, all that kind of stuff, and it's good for all your chakras as well.
Yeah.
Do you know what? Moldavite, apophyllite, and cavanite. I put the cavanite on top with the moldavite, and people all over TikTok were going, "No, don't use moldavite. Listen, there's no crystal bad. It's what you put into it. It's the energy and the intention." And the connection is, whoa, it's absolutely amazing. But I always carry my grounding crystals with me anyway. But see, though, that combination of those three, amazing.
Try putting moldavite, because you can get black moldavite or green. You know,
do you know, I got my certificate to make sure it wasn't fake, because it's really hard to get genuine ones, isn't it?
Put moldavite with Herkimer diamond. Honestly, that is whoa. You have to put it in a box. Honestly,
get a shopping list again.
When I first put that on, because I've got a little cage and I mix them, and honestly, that made me feel sick. And I thought, this is not for me. The thing is, I'm weird, because when I know a crystal works for me, I get a bad taste in my mouth. Sounds weird. Normally you would.
Is it like a soily, metally taste? Yeah.
Yeah, so I know that works for me. It's very strange.
The last time I had that taste, I was pregnant.
Yeah, well, see, I get that taste too. Even if I'm meditating, do you ever get that taste when you're meditating?
No.
I'm too busy getting touched by spirit.
Yeah, I get touched all the time, and I just feel totally elevated, you know, and I feel myself completely gone. You know, I know I'm sat there, but I know I'm away. You know,
I don't taste anything, but my mouth feels very dry.
Smell anything?
See, I do. I taste sometimes, and sometimes I would taste like a perfumey, like a scent, like flowers and things. You know, nice. I've noticed it getting stronger. That I never used to taste like that, but I find it calm now.
Yeah.
So
It's
It's usually my burnt dinner. I only burn.
Right. I wouldn't do it any other way.
But it's like you say, though, crystals, people don't understand how powerful crystals are because every crystal has a different frequency in it. And this is what I tell my customers, because we've got crystals in our body, and when our body needs something, it'll know which crystal to hold that day to, absorb the bad energy. So that's why you need to put them in sunshine to, draw out that bad energy into the air or whatever, but that's what crystals do. They blend their energy with your energy. So, you become one. So crystals work with you 100%.
Would you believe it if I told you that there's like an old mine place up near where we are, and like I've been here quite some time now, and I went up with my daughter, and I was walking back with our dog, and I said to our daughter, "That looks like a giant smoky quartz crystal. That really looks like." And I was wanting to go back, and she was like, "No, Mum, come on, the dinner be ready, come on." So we come back, and as on the way home, she started researching it. It's the oldest crystal mine in Ireland, and there's pyrite, there's smoky quartz. I said to her, that was a giant smoky quartz. So seeming the better, but I'm going crystal hunting with my grandkids.
No more spends for a month for her.
That's it. No, I'll be scavenging off the earth.
Yeah. And to get it raw out the ground, that's going to be some.
But do you know what else I found really, really? Pebbles from the beach.
Yeah, I've got
pebbles and stones. Yeah.
You see, like if I see one, I've got a light blue one there, and you can see an angel in it. So I'll pick it up. Anything like that, you'll see things in images or signs or stuff like that. So,
and have you meditated with those? Some
I've
amazing.
not. I need to.
You need. Yeah, I would pick up pebbles and different things from the beach because it's like 3 minutes from where I am. I live at the sea.
Really. Yeah.
I love doing that. Yeah.
You want to feel the energy, even in your garden. You go down and lift a stone from your garden and sit with it, and it's like, whoa, it's supercharged, brilliant, and really, really good. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. It's like what's it called? That stuff where you touch and you do readings with. I've got psychometry. But do meditating with it. Yeah, it's only gonna make your not your imagination, but the thought process when you're meditating just expand. So when you're holding something, it just helps you, like you say, when you're doing reading. So it is always good to hold something when you're meditating. But I normally turn my hands that way if I want a grounding meditation, or lift it up if I want if I want answers, or or healing or something. So there's all different ones, and I always do that. Imagine a white light, a bubble, and I'll go like that over me as I'm meditating, and I do stuff like that as well. And I just feel my energy lift, and it's just amazing. Really
powerful, really powerful. Yeah,
it's hard to use one though, but it's hard, and this is why I feel so. For people that don't understand mediumship or healing or anything spiritual, and you get a lot of judgment from people who don't understand because they're like fakes or he's guessing. I get it all, don't you? But unless
you need to put them keywords in.
Sorry about that. I'll put that in next time. But
no, I mean that's what we have to do in general. Like we do what you're saying. You have to put keywords in to do different things, and it's
you've got to understand. You've got to go through the feelings. You've got to go through everything, and like you say, you've got to go through that low point in your life. Loss, grief. We all have a path, a past, and we all have, our destination is written out. It's how you get there.
It's written in the stars.
Yeah. It's just how you get there. It can be difficult. It can be easy. And this is why we get the choice of, they give us the choice of, making the right choices in life and stuff like that. But just be careful with your energy, everyone. Be careful of vampire energies. Oh, you get them. Margaret, you split with husband 10 years ago, but still talks about it. You know? Oh, no chance. I can't even talk about football no more. And I used to be mad on football, but yeah, you change spiritually, honestly.
Yeah, I don't get it. I have to say I can't get football. It's just like a lot of men not kicking a ball around the field. I'm kind of like, I don't really know
I
what
don't.
they're all.
I don't follow it.
He's never ever he's not interested in football, which is
I used
really
to be-
quite good.
Yeah, me too.
I keep in touch with Man City and the score and everything, but I don't go watching the games. Oh, no chance. Getting drunk.
I know.
No.
Don't you
I get
think
drunk with spirit.
Interests change, they really do.
you
Yeah.
do change
Yeah.
around people as well? People that were in your life, you start seeing things and you feel we're not really compatible anymore. Do you know there's a
Nope.
change going on? And why did I never see this before? But I'm seeing it really clearly now. And I don't like what I'm seeing, and I don't like what I'm feeling. I don't like what I'm feeling.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's mainly family. I don't know about yourselves, but it's mainly family, and I've had to cut cards. Honestly, they're the ones you think would support you. I mean, they're family. My wife, she supports me and stuff like that, but I've had to cut cards from past people because too much negativity.
It's hard to do that because your journey has to be your journey.
Yeah, it's horrible because it's all draining, because why are you not doing this? Why are you not doing that? Why are you doing it? And I'm going through a spiritual awakening, and it's kind of like, my wife was going to phone ambulance. Straight jacket job with me at one point. I was like, no, I'm all right, Tari, tutari, singing next door. It's like, there's no Wayne singing in the shower. I'm like, no, it's radio, So again, you've got to go through this. When you're dealing with negative people,
you'll be at the checkout.
Yeah, 100%. But that works the third eye chakra. That's what we're doing, Trust me, some of the postman was like, "What's going on?" And it's amazing, but it works that on and the bowls, all that.
Use them.
I got one at Christmas time. Yeah.
Can you use it?
Yeah. It's really cool. Yeah.
I not use mine. Mine isn't crystal. I received a gift, and it was like a wee, the brass one.
Oh yeah, that's the one I've got.
And it has to be sits on a cushion, and
it
stops, and I'm like,
it's easy to use though. It is easy to use.
My daughter can use it.
Yeah, lie down, get your daughter to go over you with that. It's good for healing. But it's good for healing. I know a friend who had cancer, and she bought a singing bowl off me, and I give her advice and everything. And she later come on my courses, and she's a great medium, honestly. And she didn't know nothing about this. And I said, you've got a connection. And I said, get this singing bowl. She had to pay for it. Sorry. But she went home. She got this singing bowl every night, candles around her. She was positive. I'm not letting this cancer beat me. Carrying crystals with her. And every day she went for, what's it called? Not radio.
Chemo?
Yeah. And she lost her hair, but she's 100% now. She's a changed woman, lost loads of weight, got rid of someone in her life that wasn't helping her. And she come on my courses, and the reading she was giving, and I was like pushing her here and there, and she's a different person now. So singing bowls are really good, honestly.
Can I
No,
just
I love them.
Can I just sorry.
I'm with you, sound bags. Oh, sorry.
Sorry, can I just share this? Can I share this with
These are good as well.
Kira? Kira's got a question. Could you share some tips for people who are going through a very low point to navigate that before they get to the other side of spiritual expansion?
So if you the very low point is to be open about your feelings. Okay, but speak to someone you can trust. Okay, because you get a lot of negative people around there. So I would suggest finding someone spiritually if you're going through a spiritual awakening. If it's something to do with earthly, try and find someone who can help you, because don't hold things in. It's very, plus you get a migraine, but let it out. Speak to your guides more, ask them for guidance, and they will put you in front with the right person or the right YouTube meditation. But you know, it's all a release, basically. What you're holding in is stagnant energy. Once you shut that door, another door will open. So it's all about you shutting that door, letting go of the past, going forward. That's when your guides come in and help you, your powerhouse. But you need support from the powerhouse on the airplane, which is loved ones. You need support, and you need to let it out what you're holding in, because it's not good for you and you go crazy. So just let it out and find people you can trust. That's what I would do. And everything else will fall in place, because the thing is don't hold on to stagnant energy. You know, shut those doors behind you, honestly. And your guys will open many more for you. Believe me, been there, done it all. And again, you just got to be strong. Honestly, never give up. Never give up. I say that to all my students, because you'll regret it. It's not your time. If you want to go through down a path where you don't want to be here, try and fight it. Fight it. Seek help or something. Spiritual awakenings can be very lonely and
they're hard.
depressive. So don't drink alcohol and just stay away from anything negativity. Listen to angelic music, speak to your guides all the time, do a journal, write down your thoughts, because laying it out on paper is very powerful.
I was going to say that,
yeah.
Journaling's a brilliant way, journaling.
Oh, and drink plenty of water.
Yeah.
And go for walks. Nature is amazing down lakes. And you only need you. You don't need anyone. Your children, husband. You are here to shine your light. Only
and nobody needs to understand your journey.
Yeah, exactly. Put blinkers on. Just say, I love myself every day in that mirror. I love myself. I'm amazing. Smile every day. And you'll see your energy change tenfold, 100%.
Yeah. Have you done that,
Tracy's been on my course.
Have you done that?
Done what?
Are you not listening?
Yeah, I'm still at the water bit, because I am listening.
Looking in the mirror. Looking in the mirror.
Yes. No, but I wanted to say with the I did hear that. But I wanted to say first about the water. I wanted to say about the water. I have to drink a lot of water, but I've learned, because I'm a physical medium, I have to replace my electrolytes. I have to drink, and keep my electrolytes up. And I think when we're working energy, it's a good thing to keep our electrolytes up anyway. As in learning to look in that mirror, yes. So I'm going through a repeated cycle right now, and it's, I'm quite happy when I had to explain. So before I had my children, I was like size 8, size skinny. then I had my children, and they gifted me with all a nice weight that they left behind. But anyway, because of my past, I went through a lot of like domestic abuse in my past, and it was targeted to me as well about my weight. So I psychologically really struggled with my weight, because I used to wear big coats if I went out because of things in my past. So then I lost all my weight, was back down to the size skinny 8. And I thought, no, I'm never going back there. But Spirit always teaches us a lesson. Yeah. And the lesson was and I understand it, I needed to be able to look in that mirror.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter whether I'm a size 8 or whether I'm a size 16 or whether I'm a size 20. Yes, our physical body is important to look after, but also to learn to look in that mirror and love who we are is what's important. And Spirit was showing me that to break that cycle, I needed to accept myself for who I am.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I do. I look in that mirror now and I think, I don't really care, because the people who are meant to be in my life will be in my life.
Yeah.
So
it's all about knowing your worth.
Yeah.
I say that all the time. When you get treated bad in domestic violence or anything, that's only because you don't know how much you're worth. You think you're happy being that doormat.
I wasn't happy.
You know what I mean?
I wasn't happy. No, I was there because I couldn't get away.
Right. Okay. But there's always something there
at some stage.
Yeah. I understand what you're saying though there, Wayne, because I was before I have got my lovely husband now, I was in a relationship with domestic violence, but it got into the head. Yeah, it got into the head though with me that it was my fault and I caused it and I created it, and it wouldn't have happened if I hadn't have said this or did this or whatever. So you get your confidence lowered so much that you believe as well that the stories as well that wouldn't have happened if I didn't love you. It's because I care about you, and you get all that in your head and you believe that. You actually believe that. It's not until you really meet the right one and you realize that person loves you for all that you are. They would never touch and harm you in any shape or form. And
it also shows that fear should not control us.
Yeah. And it is, and I think as well that when you reach out to Spirit World, when you're in that low point, and I mean majorly low, where you don't want to even be here, then that's when they come and they say, okay, like, you've had enough now. Okay, right, let's go. Take my arm. Let's go. And
because I don't know, Alice, for you, for me, it was just like, it was always fear that kept me there. It wasn't because I felt that I was in the wrong. I knew it was wrong, but it was fear. For me, it was.
I was besotted with him. I loved him.
For me, it was
fear. And I loved him because he had a good side, he had a bad side. And he had this gaslighting side of where you would believe, when he was when he had that lovely side, you believe that until it happened again. And it wasn't until that it's like the lights opened up and it was like, hey, wait a minute, this isn't my fault. This is not my fault. And it's that you learn and you grow and you move with it. Yeah. But I understand what you're saying, as well.
Yeah. It's like when you got a lot of weight or something, or you feel like you throat chakra, you're not going to meet anyone else. You're not going to meet anyone else. You think to yourself, this is the only guy for me, because I don't think I'm going to get anyone else because the way I look or the weight and stuff like that.
Well, you're told that, Wayne. You're told you'll never meet anybody else. You'll be nothing without me.
But you know what? Our beauty, our beauty doesn't shine from the outside. Our beauty shines from the inside.
100%.
And it takes a lot of hard lessons to come through to understand that we radiate our beauty from the inside. Those
Yeah.
who are attracted and drawn to us are do so by our energy and the love that we give out. So
and then you appreciate the good that come. You appreciate the good that come as well. When you've got a lovely relationship. We have just 36 years married, and I've got the best man in the world as far as I'm concerned. I love him so much.
Yes.
And he's been
Same
good
with me.
But I had to probably go through that experience.
Yeah.
But then again, I don't know about you, but I had been through a lot of that experience even as a child. I had quite a lot of violence, like to say, even as a child, so I think you went on and you thought, well, this is the norm. But it's not the norm.
Yeah,
And it's like not breaking that chain, isn't it? It's like breaking that down. And I think it's what happens in our life, what we went through. There's lots of people went through many, many, many things, and then all of a sudden they can look back and they can help other people, and that's what you're there to do. You're there to be the voice for spirit world, to help other people.
And you learn and change being a medium. I mean, the way you work. When I first started out, there's things I said that I got told, you can't say that, you can't say this, SNU or whoever, and I'm like, how are you supposed to give a message if you can't say this, you got to say that?
That's right.
And it kind of like took me down a rabbit hole, like, okay, so I'm a medium, I'm supposed to be giving this woman advice, like, get checked out and stuff, because what I'm seeing, I'm not a doctor, entertainment purposes only and stuff like that. So how am I supposed to bring this across? So you
couldn't be yourself.
So you have to put that filter on and try and bring it through a different way. So I don't like that, to be honest, but I have to do that just because the human mind can't accept something, even though I got urged to tell this person, that something's coming up. So just be prepared.
Yeah.
But this person already knew this because you've been doctors. So it's kind of like, telling her something she already knew. But that was spirit testing me to see if I would warn her or not. So it's kind of like weird how you work things at the beginning of your journey. So the more readings you get, the more experience you get. So you do.
Do you know what? Can I share a story? Actually, it's quite a funny story. I think I've told you, Alice. I was doing. I went to do TikTok Live. I would do, as you know, I would do TikTok Live. And my guides kept saying, no, clapper. And I was like, so I thought, okay. I said to my moderators, we're going to do clapper tonight. No idea why, but Spirit says clapper, so we're going to clapper. So I went on and it was like really quiet. It was like, and I was like, gosh, this is really quiet because TikTok's really fast. Yeah. Well, anyway, cut a long story short, had this lovely lady come on, full South in Alabama, and the accent, and I was going through, and the energy that lady and her loved one, oh my word. And the first time I've ever had to say to Spirit, we were talking about, I remember it was about, I don't remember it all, but I remember it was about a barn and it was our husband and Spirit. And I had to say, please, too much information, no more, too much. and the laughs, but she was so lovely and so open, and the vibration was so high. But you know what? We needed that laugh. We needed that giggle, and she had beautiful messages. But I have to say, it's the first time I actually said, please, too much, no more. You don't need to tell me all that. But it was, we should just be able to, we have to watch, but at the same time, we should just be ourselves.
Yeah, definitely. And I say that to my students when I speak to Spirit now, when I see him and all that, I talk to them. I have a laugh with him. I say, come here, sit me near you. Yeah, Grandma, come here. What are you doing picking your nose? And she's like, I'm not picking my nose. He and Spirit still have, humor, feelings, stuff like that.
Absolutely, yeah.
There's, dementia, but in a funny way. Granddad's looking around for something. What are you looking for? I don't know. And this woman laughed at it. Her granddaughter knew this and knew her granddad was like this through dementia. And I'm laughing at this gentleman, and the poor soul was looking in the car, and I said, "Have you found him yet?" And I'm talking to this gentleman, looking for his. I said, "It's the glasses you're looking for," and he went, "Oh yeah," and then he knew. So you can still speak to spirit, though. It's very strange, it's weird, but you can. And when you're talking to the loved one and explaining all this, she's like, "That is so
100%.
and you're bringing it in through as it was on the earth plane." And so interact with spirit, talk to them. It's a freeway thing, vessel.
I love that.
Yeah,
I love that communication.
I love it. You, what you doing at the bookies?
I've seen my guides tell me do this, and I'll go to do whatever, and maybe one of the things was like boom, and I've seen me in the car going, right, guys, seriously, and I've seen me having given off to them, and then going, okay, guys, sorry, that just needs to get that out of my system. But yeah, be us, be ourselves. And
the thing is, I don't know about you. You've got the new earth, the old earth that everyone's talking about, new mediums, new ways of working, or the old type of mediums and stuff like this, SNU, non-SNU. But since my journey, my guides have always said to me, felt to me, is like, we need something new, vibrant, something to let people know, that you can bring spirit through nicely in that nice environment, but true to spirit without, hurting people, but, asking for permission. Can I bring this through? Can I bring that? Stuff like that. But it's kind of like working freely without any barriers. Do you know what I mean? And, just being honest and letting it all out, because that's what we need. We're medium but human.
But we're not restricting the mindset. We're understanding that we're capable of so much more, and we're trusting spirit, and we're going that extra mile, and we're going and doing things that people would have said in the past, you can't do that, or you can't go there, that doesn't happen, and you can. 100% you can.
Yeah. I mean, I watch celebrity mediums, not to copy. I always say to my students, before you work, watch a medium, because that will boost you up getting ready to work, and it does. I don't copy mediums or anything, but I love watching, celebrity mediums, free flowing. Keith, a man in the spirit world, took his life through, in a certain way. And when they bring it out that way, for me, that's true. When you're saying, can you understand someone taking their life home, but not bringing through evidence, But I love watching true mediums work, because that's the way I felt to be from my awakening. I don't change to be different. I'm just me, and that's how I get a good connection. I mean,
it's
we all
other mediums, so as you say, it's not to copy them or pick up anything. It's good at watching other mediums, because there will be something in a medium that you'll feel, that was so beautiful, that was really nice, and there'll be something maybe you'll think, oh no, I'm not so keen in the way that was handled. It's all about learning. You're not criticizing, you're actually learning yourself, because you're learning to become your own medium.
We're all unique. We all work in a different way. Totally. You can never copy anyone anyway. No. You just can't. No. It's impossible. I mean,
I always say we're perfectly imperfect.
Yes. Yes.
I
So
just
we are.
like high vibrational readings. I just really do. I just laugh or sing in readings, and
Yeah,
that's
me
what
too.
it makes it more oomph. You know,
Yeah.
when you're doing private readings and you're giving a reading to someone that is very low, no disrespect to anyone, but you've got to raise your energy extra more to get the magic
Yeah.
working, you know, raise your vibration, you know, spirit's always there, you know. But
Yeah.
once you build that trust, spirit go back up thinking, I saved me energy. Now you trust me, that's it. You know, it's like driving, in it, changing gears and stuff like that. It's kind of like that. So but it's beautiful. But yeah, again, sitting in power is very important if you want good connection and working with spirit. 100%.
Yeah. It's beautiful. It is beautiful. Have you got anything coming up, Wayne? Because I know you do workshops and courses, but have you got anything coming up at all that you'd like to share with
Yeah,
with
TikTok on Thursday, 7 o'clock.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I do TikTok Monday and Thursday evening, 7 o'clock. Yeah,
All right.
I've been doing TikTok for about 3 months now.
Okay.
It's
my
very
guys-
different to Facebook, isn't
a
it?
lot different. My guys took me from Facebook. I'm sorry, guys, but again, we have to move with the times. We have to go because social media is not just a bad thing, but it's a good thing to reach a bigger audience. And, you know, the right energy will meet the right energy, if that makes
Yeah.
sense, i.e. people. Yeah, I've got new courses starting next week. Sunday the 31st is full. If you want to jump on, I've got Tuesday the 26th of February evening, 6-week course. So there's a few places available for Tuesday
26th
starting
of
next week.
February. Did you say
March.
February?
Sorry, March.
March. Yeah. So 26th of March. That's okay. I was beginning to wonder I was in the wrong month, the wrong day.
So yeah, 31st of March next
See,
Sunday.
I was listening.
See, it's good on records on, isn't it? So there's places still left for next Tuesday if you want to jump on. TikTok Monday and Thursdays, 7 o'clock, and I do private one-to-one readings. What else? That's it for now. My guides, you know, just
Slow down, Craig. It's hard to balance it all, isn't it?
You've got TikTok.
You've got to find time for the family as well, 100%.
Yeah, you've got Monday and Thursday for TikTok. You've got a workshop coming up in March.
Yeah, March the 31st, Sunday.
March the 31st. So if anybody wants to get in touch with you, then they can get in touch with you. I'll just put your...
Thank you, Tracy. Tracy's been on it.
Guys, can I just say I'm on TikTok on Friday night? Anybody, guys? Medium 1111, only one TikTok, only one account.
Yeah, I've got.
There's about 7 or 8 copies of mine, but I've only one account, and it's usually about 8:30 UK time on Friday night. I like to see you there.
Oh, we just need to get Alice on TikTok.
What is it?
I said we need to get Alice on TikTok.
Yeah, I know.
She's on it.
Oh, yeah.
I'm on TikTok, but I've not done any work on it yet. But Judith is just going to show me how it goes.
Yeah. We were waiting just till you got things.
I've got that Chris Riley following me as well.
Yeah, I gave him a reading. He moderated for me one night. My moderators couldn't come on, and he moderated for me, and I was like, "Oh, you're so kind."
He's a nice guy.
And and I gave him a reading, and I don't know. He got to do the physical with his loved one. And obviously he was experiencing the physical, and his partner was going at the time, it's really happening, like this stuff's really moving off his hands, and he was given the full, and do you know what, it was lovely.
I watched the BBC thing with Chris Riley. I thought that was a bit...
I didn't see that. I seen a clip, he put up a pic clip, and I thought, oh, somebody's not being very nice, because he doesn't say anything about anybody.
He's a lovely guy.
Yeah,
at the BBC either.
Yeah. You know what the BBC is like.
Yeah.
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 I don't trust anyone to do with. But you can see how genuine he is. You know.
Yeah, he is a lovely.
He's
He
done it
is a
all his
lovely
life.
fellow.
He's done hundreds of thousands of
This is the
readings.
thing,
Yeah.
though, you're
He would
under
get-
scrutiny.
He sends you gifts and all, and he's lovely. He is
Yeah.
so nice.
He
So
is.
he
I
is,
mean,
yeah.
yeah, I'm not. I only seen him because he come on my live, and I follow him as well. So
Yes, yeah.
but he is
Yeah.
a nice guy, really is.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
just, it's like anything though, you're under scrutiny no matter what, and you'll
Everyone.
always have somebody that will say, but
But do you know what it is? And I think now I haven't watched it. I actually haven't watched what you're talking about, but I have a gist of it. And I think, do you know what the problem is? You know, these TV programs, these TV producers, they think you just go like this. They don't realize that everybody has their own unique way of working, and everybody's what they pick out what they think is valuable questions, when really some of the most simplest answers and questions mean more to that person. So they could be, it's how they edit that, you
For
know,
me,
and that's wrong. They don't understand it the way a medium understands it.
But we could read that guy who Chris was reading, and he was blocking. You know, he's
Well, you get
like
that. Yeah.
not letting him in.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah, you can see it. The way he was sat and everything, it was like very cocky, the guy. And you could see that he just wanted to put him down. Because Chris has done well in his life. And, you know, people don't like that, jealousy. And that's all it was, you know. And I felt for the guy, I really did. And his family, because, you know, they fed him everything. And, you know, you could see he just wanted to put that knife in.
And do you know what? But
That's
I
my
learned,
opinion anyway.
and I'm sure Chris will have learned too, because he's been doing it a long time. What we give out, we definitely get back. And I think, you know, how we treat people is, and it says all. I think it says a lot about the people. It says a lot about the person's character. And again, it's like it's that reflection in the mirror, isn't it? You know, so anybody who watches Chris will see that he's very genuine. He is a lovely fella. He really is a lovely fella. I don't know him personally, but I have spoke back and forth with him, and he is lovely. He is.
Yeah, he's
your ears will be hot tonight because we're giving you lots and lots of love.
Yeah.
The show, that's us coming to the end of the show now. I know time has been on.
Yes,
absolutely fantastic having you on the show, Wayne. It's been brilliant.
It's my pleasure.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant. And it's great to work with you again, Judith. I love working with you, darling.
Yeah, amazing person as well, Judith.
Yeah,
she does so much for spirit, like yourself as well.
Thank you.
100%. I mean, we're all here to help each other, and there's enough to go around, everyone.
This is it.
I can't be doing
This is what we're meant to be doing. We're meant to be helping lift that vibration and help people.
Just one more thing before the talk. We
Yeah.
should do more open circles with love. There's too much negativity in open circles at the moment.
There's too much jealousy, ego kicks in. It's ego.
Definitely. When I did my open circle, it was lovely. No big head, nothing. But I knew it was coming to an end when I started getting this, getting that. And I thought, that's it, you know. And I don't like that. It's all about helping those struggling to give readings.
Yeah.
Open circles are there to be love and light.
Yeah. A lot of people don't.
I've got a great open circle with my students. I must admit,
I
honestly have got a really, really nice crowd. But I did go through the little bumpy bits, you know, and now I have got a beautiful crowd. But
do you know what? A lot of people can't see that their ego is getting it, and I don't mean that in the wrong sense. But a lot of people, when you say to them, "Look, okay, we need to kind of," you know, they think, "Oh." You know, but they don't realize we've all got an ego, and we all have shadow, and we all, you know, you're not ever saying anything to insult.
We all need that ego. that
But you need a little bit of ego. You wouldn't be doing what you're
Not too
doing.
much,
But it has to be
yeah.
it has to be used.
Yes,
And-
that's
and
what I
a lot
mean.
of-
But what
a
I'm
lot of
saying is
people-
we all have to learn to do things in the right way and to do things. You know, you give and you give and yes, you give and you help other people. Like even on my group, I show my students, I let them go out there and they do free readings and they do whatever. But that's them. They're finding their way, and you should be pushing people and helping them find their way. It's not about competition. It shouldn't be about competition.
100%. As a teacher as well, you've got to learn that if someone's giving really good evidence and everything, not to jump in, because that happened to me. I went through a few open circles, and the teacher that was supposed to be a teacher, ego kept in, seeing that I was doing, really good readings, and would jump in towards the end of my readings and finish my reading off.
But do you know, a lot of people don't want you to learn what they can do, and that's wrong.
And
we should do it all for everyone.
Learning mediumship.
I hate to do it, but I'm going to have to cut it.
Sorry,
I'm
it's time.
Okay. So because this is going to a podcast as well, I need to cut. But do you know what? It means such a room though for to continue our conversation again and have you back. So
anytime.
So I'll be part 2 with Wayne. Oh, I love them as well. So thank you so much for joining us tonight. Thank you, everybody, all the viewers, and also for the listeners. And remember, we are on Spotify 8:00 on Thursday nights, and we're on Apple Broadcasts, and we're on all the other ones. Which is fun. I love part you're doing. I don't know, is that it? No, that's not it. I'm not very good at it.
I can never do
I can't do it. No, I can't do the love heart. Anyway, we're sending a love heart out for everybody who are listening and they can't see. We're sending lots and lots and lots of love. Okay. And remember, everyone, if you're feeling lonely, you're not alone. Okay.
No.
Spirit worlds are around you. Love
Definitely.
is still around you, and reach out to that someone. No matter
Remember,
who it is, reach out.
we're all being tested. We're all being tested. Just remember that. We're all actors on a stage.
Absolutely. Work from your heart space. Work from your heart space.
So, good night.
Alice is going to go, it's like, get them all.
Bye, everyone.
Get that show.